The wisdom within our hearts is always there, and that is what you're tapping into. And for me at this time, what is up for me is I want to flee. I'm being given the challenge of needing bilateral hip surgery this winter. And this has come upon me as something that is genetic, a genetic abnormality within my hips, as well as injuries as a result of all of the amazing athletics that I have had the opportunity to be a part of in my life. There have been injuries around that. So I'm given the opportunity now to know what is happening and to know what it is that needs to be done so that I may move forward and continue to enjoy a healthy level of physical activity that I once enjoyed. So that is one thing, and I even spoke to my mom today. I said, I just want to run and hide. I just want to go under the covers and say, oh, it doesn't exist. That is flight. That is the absolute super quick and dirty result of fear making you want to fly away, right? Run and hide. That's what that looks like. That is a survival technique that we have built within us. It is heightened because A, we're in winter, and B, I'm being given the challenge to do something for myself, but it requires that I don't run away. It requires that I show up. And so all of that is a part of the medicine that wants to come for me this winter. It is no different for you. So in the global and societal issues right now, if there is a place that makes you want to fight, right, makes you want to go to Washington and, scream and yell and fight and fierce and passion and, your warrior wants to come out, all of that is honorable. All of that is honorable. Just know that it is your fight survival response that's coming. A lot of us are having something like this. We either want to fight against the status quo, we want to fly away from the status quo, whether it's personal or global, or we want to freeze. And this is where we really get a serious taste of winter water medicine. Freeze is where we literally do that. We just shut our hearts down. We build a ice wall around it. Interesting, though, because when water freezes, it expands. And if we build an ice wall around our hearts, it is made of water. And water gets into the cracks of our pericardium, the cracks of our heart. And then as it freezes, it literally opens your heart more. So even though our idea would be I don't want to do anything. I'm paralyzed. I want to be paralyzed. I want paralysis so that I don't have to deal with fill in the blank. The water medicine will still continue to seep into those cracks in your heart, freeze and expand, opening your heart whether you want to or not. The problem is that if you do not go along with it, if there is no showing up, then what happens is that we become even more vulnerable, because we are literally trying to stick ourselves in the mud, and the mud is actually dissolving our defenses. We are literally trying to form a wall, an ice wall around our heart, but it is the wall that is coming into our heart and breaking it open even more. Fight, flight, or freeze response is a survival response, but it does not mean that the wisdom of life is not deeply embedded into it, and that your greater and highest good is not going to be able to work in there. What happens is that we actually are just stalling. Carolyn Myss talks about how people are not afraid of change. They are afraid of the rate of change. They want to grip onto it. In the Tao Te Ching, there is I forget which verse it is, one in the beginnings where it talks about how if we are gripping life or we are gripping onto something, that is when we cannot hold it. So, to choose a survival response is fine. But realize that you are just, if you do it unconsciously, the lesson will come back to you. If you do it consciously, the lesson will come back to you as well. But there are different levels of how long the lesson will come back. You know, if you just continue to keep yourself in fight, flight, or freeze, just choosing to say, nope, my hips are fine, I'm good, or nope, I have no idea what's going on in Washington, and I'm just going to ignore it, and I have no idea what's going on with the earth, and I'm just going to ignore it, or I'm so angry about it, I'm going to freeze my heart, or I am just going to fight against it, I'm going to protest the shit out of this, and I'm going to fight everyone who's ever done me wrong for creating an instability in my safety, security, and significance. Those are just survival responses. And what life is really offering us is to be able to flow with water in the winter. You can choose your survival response. But by hearing my words and by taking every winter to go deeply into this wisdom, you become more and more conscious that you get a choice. You and I get a choice. You get a choice to listen to the wisdom inside of your heart, to ground yourself into the Mother Earth, and to choose to create a foundation, to create a place within yourself where your safety, your security, and your significance are bolstered. They are solid. They are solid, yet they are flowing like the Tao. It is your choice. It is my choice. It is our choice to use every season and its medicine for our highest good. This is the medicine of shamanic life coaching. This is the medicine of five-element Chinese theory. This is the medicine of archetypal coaching. This is the work that we can do on a very, very deep soul level that releases us from these chronic patterns that lock us into space, that lock us out of our greatest joy, that lock us into spaces that we don't know how we got there, and now we can't get ourselves out. We are just so fearful. We are just so shut down. We are just so shameful or bitter for what life has brought us. But if we live every season and choose to understand its gifts, understand its medicine, understand what it is that it's offering us, then we flow with the Tao. We flow with life as life. Now, I'm not saying that we should not go and open our voices. I am not saying that we should not choose to choose the best time to take action. That is just being conscious. What I am saying is that you use your energy for you rather than against you. You use your power of choice for you rather than against you. Fight, flight, or freeze is just a stalling tactic, a stopgap measure. You eventually get to heart healing. It's a part of life. You eventually, open to your greatest gifts. It is a part of your blooming. There is nothing that can stop life from going. And this is who you are. And your life and you as life are always constantly open and shedding what it is that you no longer need. And so in every season, you get the opportunity to do that. It has been beautiful medicine to watch this within myself, to watch this within my sister circle, to watch clients be able to open this for them and to be with it and to learn and to deeply steep into the roots of their foundation, choose what no longer serves them, release roots that are old and rotten and dead, and then grow new ones. This is the medicine, and this is the work that can be done deeply, all year round for sure, but deeply in the winter. And so with that, I thank you, dear sisters. I thank you for opening your hearts and being with me and joining the earth with me. Just connecting deeply. I ask you to stay with the earth. I ask you to allow her to hold you and drink in the medicine that she offers us. In the womb, we drank it in. The Tao is always with us. This life is always with us. And 9 months in the womb, it did its job, right? And it's continuing to do its job. We just need to learn to ride it, to be with it, to allow it, to surrender into it. Be with the Mother Earth. Be grounded in her medicine. I send you blessings. I thank you for your love and your light on this earth. I thank you for your words. I thank you for your breath. I thank you for your mind, your insight, your love, your reciprocity. Because that is your safety, your security, and your significance. You showing up. Holding that integrity. You are life. You are Tao. You are all things. And in that, that is your foundation. I send you many, many blessings, dear love. Until next time, deep bow and allow the Tao. Take care.